So my name is Steve Guttenberg, and I'm here with Zev from Pure Audio Project. We're actually at the VPI house somewhere in New Jersey, in a secret location in New Jersey. And I've been a fan. I've been a fan of Pure Audio Project for every time I go to a show. I say I gotta spend more time with these speakers. So now I am, and this is the biggest one.
True.
Yeah. This one was bought by Harry Weisfeld from
Yes,
VPI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harry actually not only bought originally our smaller one, but he didn't miss an opportunity to try everything that is possible.
Okay.
Yes, so he had all models.
Because the thing is, it's all modular, right?
Yes.
So each one of each set of these drivers, you can basically mix and match. Basically,
Well,
you can have a three-piece system with woofer, mid-range tweeter, woofer.
Right. It's more kind of a platform that you have a very high level of freedom in it. It's not that you just can do whatever you want, because then you'll lose control, but it's a platform that allows you to swap the middle drivers, allows you to swap components on the crossover. Even the crossover is designed as a platform that you can change values or change a component. That allows you to use various drivers, to try various capacitors, to try even drivers that we didn't release if you have a bit of technical understanding. And that's what Harry did here. He pushed the envelope and took a driver that we didn't release. It's a kind of an upgraded Voxative driver. And he did it himself. We weren't involved.
Oh, he just did it on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's his version of our speakers.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the center part can be either a Voxative full range driver,
Yes,
or a horn, or there's a third.
we have 4 options basically.
Okay.
We have 2 full range drivers that we offer. One is you can call it an entry level because of the price. It's not really an entry level as far as sound is concerned. It's the Tank Band 1808, very popular among DIYers. We have the Heil AMT. These are more the entry prices. Then we have few models of Voxative that I find it as one of the really outstanding full range drivers. We have our own horn, and in Voxative we have also the field coil. People who want to experiment field coil, who want to try it, they can do it with our speakers.
A field coil, because not all of my audience is advanced audiophile. So a field coil is one where the magnets are basically AC generated magnet fields.
The field coil is, as it is named, the magnetic field is generated by a coil with current running through it.
Right.
So it's not a magnet, it's a coil. And the advantage is basically that you can reach very high control on the magnetic field. And it's very linear because the coil can be long, while magnets are normally shorter. So the voice coil operates in a very linear environment. So it has sonic features that are quite unique.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I just listened to this system, and the thing that I took away from it right away is it doesn't sound what it looks like. It sounds fast. It sounds like the electrostatic. It has speed. It has delicacy. It's extremely open. But the main takeaway is that speed and like an effortless transient response. That's in my quick audition. I mean, I've heard them at shows, but just now before we started making this video, that's what it sounded like here.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear this because we know where we were aiming with sound, and you do describe it. So it means we probably did something right.
You did something right. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So you're based in Israel.
Yes.
You say you sell all over the world, and you said recently to someone in Iran.
Well, when we started, we were more communicating with people who are on the borderline between being DIYers and being so-called audiophiles.
Okay.
And these people are very adventurous. So yes, we sold to countries like Saudi Arabia. We have a guy who has our logo on his version of our speaker. He's a DIY in Iran. Right. But these are single cases. Our main market is the US. Though I live in Israel, it's a point I want to make. The company is basically a true online company. When customer orders the speaker, we don't ship it as a speaker from one place. He gets drop shipment, from manufacturers of the items. So he might get the Voxative driver directly from Voxative from Germany, and the crossover will come directly from Mundorf in Germany. The drivers and the mechanical parts will come from us, from our warehouse in the US. So basically the company is online. I live in Israel. I do more the design. I take the sales calls and everything. We have a warehouse in the US. We operate in the US and in Europe.
And yet it all works. That parts come from different places and they all arrive more or less on time to the customer?
Yes, well, maybe beforehand, if you look at the speaker, you see that it's a kit.
Right.
I'm
going to take pictures from behind separately.
Yeah. So people get all the parts. It's all ready-made, and they assemble it themselves. They don't need to have any technical skills. You don't have to drill anything, solder anything. Everything comes in place. But this modularity and the way the product is built allows us to run the operation in a unique way that, by the way, is why the prices are, I hope, reasonable. Because we don't have to bring the speaker to us, to put it together. People do the assembly. So we QA all the parts, we QA all the, control all the flow. But the flow is an online flow. We are an online company.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the prices, considering these are very high-end speakers, are pretty moderate. What is the entry-level model?
We start from just under 4,000 with the Heil or the tank band. The ones with the Voxative start at 6,900. The one that you see here, only the price of the field coil is 16,000. And the whole speaker with this field coil will go for 20. So the ratio is very reasonable.
It's kind of strange. Yeah. Okay. But that's because it's Harry Weisfeld. He's in the extreme. He's an extreme audiophile. So who designs the crossover?
Well, I did most of the job. Knowledge doesn't belong to one person. There's a lot of knowledge in the DIY world among people. So at the beginning, yes, I used the help, used the learning from people who are deep in it. But when you ask about the crossover and you ask who designed it, there's a feeling in the question that it's complicated. It's not.
It's not, okay.
If you look at the crossover, it's very simple. And that's the reason for it. Therefore, to design a crossover for us was relatively simple because of the drivers and the components we used. They work well. So the crossover just makes everything happen. It's not really, we don't EQ on it, we don't do anything complicated. It's serial, though.
But the crossover has to be matched for the different versions of the speaker.
Yes,
so whether it's the horn or the voxative, each one's going to get a different crossover.
Let's say you bought a Quintet 15 Voxative, and then you decided to try the horn one. So you swap the driver, and you will have to swap two components on the crossover, the capacitor and the resistor. You do it with a screwdriver. You don't have to solder anything. So you can buy yourself. We guide you. We normally don't sell capacitors and things.
Okay.
We guide you. You buy it. You come home, unscrew the first one, put the other one in. You're done.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think we've done it. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is Zev from Pure Audio Design based in Israel. Shipping worldwide. I'm here to listen to a lot of his speakers today, and I will get back to you guys about my feelings about Voxative, about Pure Audio Project Sound. But I mean, I've heard him at shows. I've heard him a little bit here today, and it's a whole new thing. I've lived with horns. I've lived with electrostatic speakers. I live with direct radiating speakers, and this is the one thing I haven't done. So the open baffle speaker is the unknown for me. So hopefully I'll learn a lot more. Anyway, thanks, Zev, and thank you guys for watching. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show coming to you from New Jersey today. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.